Welcome to my channel, Nuevo Network TV, your home for all things sport and hip-hop. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 5 worst managers to ever grace, or to have ever cursed, the Premier League. Luis Felipe Scolari kicks off the rankings at number 5. He sits at number 5 because despite having shocking moments as a manager, he does actually have a very successful history with Brazil internationally, winning the World Cup in 2002. However, of course, he makes the top 5 worst managers of all time, not for that, but for his time at Chelsea FC. And this is a time that still haunts many Chelsea fans to this day. He had many difficulties with the players there, especially Didier Drogba, who he infamously tried to sell in his prime. His results with Chelsea got worse and worse as his relationships with the players continued to diminish, and this resulted in him being sacked in less than a season. In at number 4 we have Avram Grant. Like Scolari, he was also at Chelsea and sacked by Abramovich, but he's not actually in the list for his time at Chelsea, but for his notorious time with Portsmouth. Whilst managing Portsmouth, he didn't only lead them to a troubled season, finishing last in the league, but he also triggered financial turmoil for the club, which meant they went into administration, and as a punishment were deducted a further 9 points from their total. Disgraceful. In at number 3 we have Ian Down. Unlike the previous 2 managers, Ian Down has had a tragic history with multiple clubs, including Crystal Palace, Charlton Athletic and Hull City. He got sacked from all 3 of these clubs and has a reputation for being one of the most toothless, soft and unmotivating managers in Premier League history. Most notably when managing Charlton in 2005, he had a huge budget and still got relegated. Coming in as the 2nd worst manager to ever grace the Premier League is Graham Souness, a man most remembered for his time as a pundit rather than as a manager or player, which is lucky for him because his managerial career was tragic to say the least. Souness took over Liverpool from fellow legend of the tune, Kenny Dalglish, but failed catastrophically in comparison. He had a team of legends in the peak of their career, including Michael Owen, Jamie Carragher and John Barnes, but still fell way below with title or even Champions League contentions. Afterwards he went on to manage Newcastle in 2004 and had many public arguments and confrontations, especially one with Craig Bellamy. At the end of his reign, all his fans were chanting for him to be fired and sacked. And finally we have the number 1 spot that is saved for nobody other than Tony Adams with Portsmouth in 2008. Whilst manager, he enjoyed a horrendous run of losses and has the record amongst Premier League managers for the shortest time at a club, beating even Scolari, who didn't last a season. Tony Adams was sacked as a Portsmouth manager after just 4 months and 16 games. Of these 16 games, that he only won 2. It's probably for the best he's now managing in Azerbaijan, because we want him as far away from the Premier League as possible. Thank you for watching Nuevo Network TV. I will be uploading weekly videos on current and interesting sports and hip hop topics. Please like and subscribe.